spiritual leader ring in your ears, what exactly do you think of? Do you think of a shiny, bald-headed man with big glasses, kind of outdated frames, and with a charismatic smile? Well, the man I just described to you is known as the Dalai Lama. He is the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. According to thefamouspeople.com, he is the spiritual leader of Tibetans, and he is the rebirth of his predecessor, the 13th Dalai Lama. His Holiness is a political leader exiled in India who is currently striving to make Tibet an independent and democratic state from China because communist China invaded Tibet in 1950. Today, I'm going to inform you of the Dalai Lama and his 3 main commitments in life: promoting human values, promoting religious harmony and understanding, and aiding Tibet in the struggle for justice. So first, let's start with how the Dalai Lama is committed to promoting human values. Human values such as compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, contentment, and self-discipline are the human values that the Dalai Lama is aiming to promote. He considers these values as secular ethics, which are a branch of moral philosophy in which ethics are based solely on human faculties, such as logic and reason. The DalaiLama.com states that His Holiness believes because we are all humans, we are all the same, and therefore we don't want happiness, or we want happiness and we don't want suffering. Human value is important for a happy life. Next, let's explore the Dalai Lama's commitment to promote religious harmony. The Dalai Lama is aware of the world's major religious traditions. As you can see on his Twitter, he states that there must be a way of promoting human values without involving religion based on common sense, experience, and recent scientific findings. The Dalai Lama believes that despite differences, all religions have the same potential to create good human beings. All religious traditions should respect each other and recognize their values. Everyone has freedom to practice or to not practice religion, according to Dalai Lama, and it is important to focus your mind on that religion and practice it in your daily life. He believes that people every day must resolve religious differences. That's our job as human beings. So the Dalai Lama said that he is not for converting religion, but he's wanting to improve society through mutual respect and admiration, according to BBC Summary of World Broadcasts. So now that we've discussed the Dalai Lama's first 2 commitments, let's discuss his third and final. His Holiness is committed to the Tibetan issue. Since the Chinese invasion, the Dalai Lama has taken actions to establish an autonomous Tibetan state within the People's Republic of China. Tibetans trust him as he is their religious leader and former head of the state and government. He recently stepped down. Once Tibet becomes free from the Chinese government and a new democratic government created, His Holiness has stated that he will transfer all of his historical and political power to a new government, and he's just going to live as a normal human being. But his first 2 commitments, he will continue to live those out until his last breath. So Michael Valpy with Globe and Mail Canada writes that on one wall of the Dalai Lama's bungalow hangs a poster displaying only 3 simple words: never give up. As we've discussed, the Dalai Lama holds 3 main commitments: promoting human values, promoting religious values and understanding, and aiding the Tibetans in their struggle for justice. The 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet lives by the words on his poster, determined to never give up. His Holiness is visiting Louisville on May 19th through 20th, as you can see, and he's going to be teaching on compassion. He wrote a few books on this, and I guess that's what he's teaching about. But anyway, side note, if you're interested in going, you should probably sign up because the tickets are going fast. But anyways, I'm going to be attending his teachings, and I hope that after this presentation, you'll want to learn more about him, so you might join me. Thank you.
Okay, so I know what's probably going on right now. It's around 2 o'clock, you just got done with lunch, and you have to be exhausted and just wanting to go home. And usually when this happens to me, I like to go into like a daydreaming spot, like someplace I like to visualize I'm at, like sitting on a beach, right? And that place to me is Hilton Head, South Carolina. For those of you who don't know, it's just a small little island in South Carolina. And today I'm going to inform you about 3 things that you need to know about this place. One is the weekly prices for homes, villas, and condos. 2 is great restaurants to try, and 3 are tourist attractions. So let's start with pricing. Pricing is always a big deal with vacations. It's like the big elephant in the room. Everyone is thinking about it, but no one's going to actually talk about it. On vacationrentals.com, they make it very simple for you, and they outline it right here. For homes in Hilton Head, you can rent for a week $500 to $5,100. For villas, it's $400 to $2,200. And for condos, it's $250 to $900 per week. Now you see kind of a price difference there, and that's based on the size of the house or the condo or the villa, and also the time of year you go in. My family prefers to go in early June because it's cheaper, and plus there's less people there. If you go in like July to late August in those months, you're gonna have crowded and it's just gonna be more expensive. So that's something you might want to consider if you're gonna visit Hilton Head. Next, I'm going to talk to you about 2 restaurants that I really like when I visited there, and the first one is Alexander's Restaurant. And this is a seafood restaurant, but they also serve like pork and chicken, so if you're really scared about not liking seafood down there, don't worry, it's okay. You can also view the full menu online at alexandersrestaurant.com, but the big kick on it, everyone thinks it's a little pricey. So if you're a little frugal with your money and you don't want to spend too much on your vacation, you can always just kind of avoid that area. So the second restaurant is the Salty Dog Cafe, and this is going to be my favorite restaurant along with pretty much everyone else who ever visited there. They sell really popular t-shirts with just that dog on the front. But yeah, it's known for its famous hush puppies and blackened salmon, but they also have a very wide variety of food as well. And it's also in good pricing, and it's really well located, so it's going to be around places that you're familiar with. It's going to be in Harbor Town, which I'll talk about in a second, but it's surrounded by like a bunch of shops and other restaurants, so you can kind of take your family there and just spend the whole day there. So on top of that, if you're looking for just grocery shopping wise, they do have what is equivalent to Kroger. It'll be like the Piggly Wiggly. It's just kind of a cool name. But yeah, if you ever just want to dine in and try to save a little money, you can go there. And if you're really worried about eating there in general, they also have the chain restaurants. So it's not really secluded. They have like Applebee's, McDonald's, Arby's. So, don't worry about the food as much. The third topic, moving on, is tourist attractions. And the first one, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be Harbor Town. And this is one of my favorite places to visit every time I go. It's very historic. It was one of the first places established in Hilton Head. It's known for the Harbor Town Lighthouse, as you see there. It's kind of like the landmark of Hilton Head in general. But around there's a lot of shops and restaurants, including the Salty Dog. You can just take your family there and spend the whole day there. It's just really pretty and really relaxing. And the second tourist attraction, I think you can even you always have to talk about it. It's the beach. And I'm not trying to sound cliche, but every time I go there, it's like my favorite place. It's just really relaxing. Speaking of it though, according to HiltonHeadIslandInfo.com, there are 14 miles of beaches. 7 of them are going to be public. That includes parking. And of the public, they're all dog friendly. You can even ride your bikes along the beach, throw football, set up your lawn chairs. It's just really relaxing. I prefer to if it was up to me, I would probably just stay there, on the beach the whole week. It's just my favorite thing to do, no matter where I go. And thirdly is going to be the outlet malls. I know, guys, it's probably not your favorite thing to talk about, but girls, I know every girl likes to go shopping on vacation. You can't even say you don't. There's going to be over 200 outlet malls in Hilton Head, which is pretty impressive because it's really not that big of an island to begin with. The most famous one is going to be Tanger Outlet, and the reason why is just because it has all the stores everyone loves. As you can see, they have Nike, Gap, Coach Purse. My mom loves that place every time. You can find all those stops for men and women. It's just a great place to spend a couple days if you're looking for souvenirs and personal gifts. So, in conclusion, I've told you 3 things about Hilton Head. It's pretty a reasonable vacation spot if you pick the right time of year to go. Second, they're great places to eat. I've told you about 2, but there's countless restaurants around there, whether it's chain restaurants or just unique places, family restaurants. And thirdly, there's plenty of tourist attractions, whether you're looking to shop or you're looking to spend the day with the family. It's just an all-around great vacation spot. So This is why I love Hilton Head so much, and next time you're daydreaming in class, hopefully it'll be about Hilton Head, South Carolina. Thank you.
We all hate being sick, and most of us we all are college students. We don't have a lot of money. We don't have a lot of time trying to study for classes, then go to the doctors. It doesn't work out. So then what I've done is I've done a little research to help us with home remedies for things. They're really quick, they're really simple. It's something everybody can do. Kidney stones, it may sound weird, but it's something that anybody from age 5 and up can get. And that's from the nationalkidneyfoundation.org. And that has to do with a story that I actually have that has worked very well for my mom. She had kidney stones, and she was like on the floor in pain. She can't move. It's that the tube that the urine has to go through is not very big, and it's not very tough. So then when you have a stone trying to go through it, it hurts really bad. So then I told her to drink the apple cider vinegar with a little bit of lemon juice. At that point, we didn't know about the honey, so she just had to drink it straight. And since it's a lot, it's really nasty. And then she won't even think about trying to dye eggs anymore or anything else because the smell of vinegar alone just makes her want to puke. And then I have a stomachache. It's something we all get. We're trying to study. You can't study or do anything with a stomachache. Okay, it's not supposed to be the way you go. Yeah, with a stomachache, you can't really focus a whole lot. Nothing really works. So the two best things, the number one best thing is ginger. That's what the main thing for ginger. You can just get it, you can chew on it, you can put it in a tea. The tea is the best way to get it. Now, it may sound weird to have a tea in there, but there's several ways that you can do it. I have this that I actually have for me if my stomach hurts, which is just Tazo green tea that I got at Target. Really easy. Or you can go to the grocery store, get ginger, cut it up, put it in hot water, let it sit there for about half an hour, and then drink it. And that's going to have the same effects. Or you can use peppermint. Now, peppermint probably tastes better than ginger. Ginger's kind of a strong flavor. But peppermint doesn't work as well. And then most of the time you would think of peppermint candy, but peppermint candy really doesn't have any peppermint flavor in it, the real peppermint. So it doesn't work for a stomachache. This is just determined not to work. Okay, and then next is when you're just not feeling well. There's not a whole lot to do. You don't know what to do. You're unsure of what's causing it. You don't know. So then echinacea. This flower right here is an echinacea flower, just to show that it really is, all of this is home remedies. It helps. It's more natural. It's better for your body. It's the same thing that medicines are going to do. It's just that it reacts in a more natural path that's more organic to your body, and they attack it much better. So then what echinacea does is it boosts your immune system. It's kind of what vitamin C does, but it's a lot stronger, and it really helps. I took it over spring break because I was sick the whole spring break, which really isn't fun, but it works. And then vitamin C is really helpful for when you're trying to just speed up your recovery time. If you think you have the flu or something, if you go ahead and start taking your vitamin C earlier, then you can get faster recovery time. You won't be sick as long. It won't really impact you very much. This is what my swim coach used to always tell us. If we think we're getting sick and a mixed meet is next week, take as much vitamin C as you can take because it's water soluble, so you're just going to pee it out. You can't really overdose on it very easy. If you do, then that would be like taking 20,000 milligrams in an hour, maybe, which is going to be really bad for your kidneys, by the way. And I got that from webmd.com. Okay, strep throat. I know all of us get strep throat. It's not really fun. I don't know. Some people may have had their tonsils taken out. I haven't had that yet. Hopefully I won't have to because that just doesn't sound fun. But the best way to do it is with garlic. Now, that sounds really weird, and I know everybody doesn't want to have like garlic breath all day because that's not fun at all. But the best way to do it is with garlic. If you want to make it taste better, you can add honey to it. That can help. And then cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is a special kind of home remedy that if you put it on your skin somewhere or in your body, that it causes blood to flow to that area. So with the increased blood flow there, the honey just to soothe it, and the garlic, because garlic acts as nature's everything. If you can't figure out what it is, it's basically penicillin from nature. So it does everything that you can think of. So that's the best way to do. I could not find anything to say that garlic pills worked as well as the cloves, but I would assume that the garlic pills would work just as well. And that I got from the Mayo Clinic. Okay, everyone needs to improve memory. We all want to do better on our test. We know some of the classes here are really hard. Well, you may think I spelled it wrong, that I just spelled blueberries wrong, because you can see the picture of it, but the original name for blueberries were also called bilberries. Now, I could not find where that came from, but that is what it is. The best way to get it is tea. Tea is always the best way, except for very few things that aren't water soluble, that need alcohol soluble, that have to do with different way of preparation for it. But that's really hard to do. But one of the best things you can do for your memory is ginkgo. It's a tree. It has that very unique leaf, and then you use the leaf and the fruit from it. And then I actually do this because I take ginkgo pills. It increases your circulation. It increases your memory. It does all kinds of things for you. It's really good for you. So that's the best thing that you can actually do for improving memory. In conclusion, if you want to, just a little help you remember thing is kidney stones is apple cider vinegar, stomach ache is ginger tea. If you're just not feeling well, you do echinacea. For strep throat is garlic, and improved memory is ginkgo. And those are my sources. And if you have any other questions, I have a book that I got that has all kinds of things in it. It has every ache, anything you can think of. If you have more questions, just call me, text me, whatever. And thank you.